Good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Yesterday we talked about Noach entering the Teva, the ark, Mipnei Mehamabul, in the face of the waters of the flood, meaning as the waters were coming at him already, is when he made the move to go into the ark. We have, I think, an interesting statement that's quoted in Rashi a few psukim later, not about Noach, but about the rest of the folks. We haven't spent much time thinking about them, and there is a whole reflection as to what they must have been pondering or planning, and why, as Noach built this ark, and they would, in the Midrash imagines that they have conversations, and they mock him. They mock him for what he's doing, and finally this day comes. And here we find the pasuk reads as follows: pasuk Yud Gimel. Be'etzem hayom hazeh banoch v'shem lacham yefet b'nei Noach v'eshet Noach v'shet b'nei Shnei v'shem Rabitam el teva. It was be'etzem hayom hazeh, in that self same day. That's what it means. Be'etzem hayom hazeh, that they actually came onto the ark. So it sounds kind of like a repeat pasuk. The Midrash presumes that be'etzem is to be read as itzumo shel yom, the essential part of the day, the high point of the day, which would be high noon. Okay, keep that in mind. We use that phrase a few times in the Torah. And high noon is a way in which, firstly, of course, big things happen at noon, but high noon is the most public moment of the day. It's when everything can be seen. And the Torah goes out of its way to tell you that Noach and his family enter the ark be'etzem hayom hazeh. Says Rashi, Lametcha katuv shayu b'nei doro omrim. From here, the Torah is really teaching you that the other folks who lived in his time, they were saying, Ilu anu roim oso nichnas lateva. If we see this guy Noach entering the ark to save himself and all those animals, and not us, which is what happens, of course, anu shovrim otav v'horganato. We're going to destroy this ark and we're going to kill him. That no one should be saved. It sounds like somehow like this is a strange resentment of him after all these years of ignoring him. So Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so God says, Ani machniso le'nei kulam v'nired davar miyakum. I'm going to make sure he enters the ark, not right stealthily in the middle of the night so we can avoid them, but rather right before their eyes. We'll see whose words will stand, whether their words promising to kill Noach or mine, which is to bring this flood and to save Noach and not them. And indeed, of course, that is what happens. God's word is what carries the day, and Noach and family and all the animals that enter the ark are saved, and humankind is saved through them. But it's such a fascinating thing to imagine how people can be, can be somewhere in this space between, on the one hand, ignoring Noach and then resenting Noach for in the end being saved as they are not. But isn't it true? People can be like that all the time. We should learn our lesson and be more like Noach and not the other folks who met their demise as they did. Wishing you a great day and stay out of trouble.